Hello, this is Shar from The Real Kitchen for Real People, and I trust that everyone is doing and feeling well. Today we're going to fix squash casserole. And I know it's a lot of people out there that may not like squash, but I promise you, you'll like this squash casserole. Because every time we have family gatherings and stuff, everybody want to know where the squash casserole is. So it is a crowd pleaser, and it's real simple to make. And not only simple, it's delicious. So the first thing you want to do is get you a pot and fill the pot up with probably a fourth of water, and turn it on the stove on medium so it could be heating the water up. While that's heating, I put a little dash of salt in my water. And then just heat that until it boils. These are the ingredients that you will need for this delicious casserole. You'll need squash, yellow squash. I'm going to use 2 today. You can use how many you want, depending on the size of casserole you mix. I'm also going to use about a tablespoon of shredded carrots and a half of onion sliced thin, sour cream, and herb seasoning stuffing mix. And also a can of cream of chicken soup. So these are the ingredients that you will be using. So first you want to wash your vegetables, of course, and then we're going to slice them, probably about that size. Okay, so let's slice your squash. Okay, now I'm going to slice my onion. And take out any bad parts of your onion. Okay. While you're cutting up your onions, remember to put your bowl of water over to the side. That way it'll keep you from crying through the process. So you just slicing up your onion, and we're gonna put that. Now, if you don't like onions, I would say this is probably not the recipe for you, because the onions is really what makes this recipe delicious. So that's about a half an onion, and then I want to shred up this carrot. So I have about a tablespoon of shredded carrots. Okay, now I have the shredded carrots ready, and my water should be ready to boil. Before I put these in there, I'm going to put about a tablespoon of butter in the boiling water. So let's do that. Okay, I've added the tablespoon of butter, and now I just want to add my squash into the boiling water. And like I said, you can use if you want to make a larger casserole, but this is just for 4 people, so I'll use 2 large yellow squash. Now, I've never tried it with green, so I can't say anything about the green squash, but with this yellow squash, it's definitely a treat. So you put that in there, and then you want to dump your onions on top. And as that steams, cooks it down, it'll steam those onions down with it. Okay, just pile them up there on the top, and they will go down. And then you're going to let this cook I would save about 20 to 30 minutes until your squash is nice and soft. So we're gonna let that cook down and we'll return. Okay, I'm gonna check it and see how it's cooked down. So you kind of want to turn it a little bit. Those onions at the bottom, I can smell them already. They smell delicious. So you just kind of want to carefully toss the squash to the top. Just kind of twirl it like that. And it don't really take that long to get your squash cooked. Okay. Now we're going to put the top back on it and let it continue to cook. Okay. After 30 minutes, cooking on medium, it's all good and soft, because that's where you want it to be soft. Okay, now I'm going to just drop my carrots on top there and then cover it up for about 5 minutes. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take this and drain it in the strainer here. Drain all the fluids off of it. So you want to strain that, all your liquids off of your squash. Okay. And now we're going to put this in the bowl. Okay, you got that all in the bowl, and now we're going to just squash it all up. Just mashing it up in the bowl. And I use this meat tenderizer to smash mine, but just smash it all up in the bowl. And it'll look like this here. Okay. Okay, then you're going to add about a 1/4 cup of sour cream to the bowl and stir it up really well. Stir all your, where you don't see the white anymore. What that'll look like. Now we're going to take a 1/2 can of your cream of chicken and put it in there. Now depending on the size, like I said, of your casserole, you can use the 1 can if you're going to use like 4 squash or larger casserole. But since this is just for 4 people, 4 to 6 people, this would just be a 1/2 can of that chicken, cream of chicken soup. So you're going to mix that up in there. And you can see the consistency of it. It's so good. It's so delicious. Okay. Now, the next step. Your next step is just to add a 1/4 cup of cream of mushroom. And I forgot to mention it at the front. But I'll have all your ingredients below that you'll need. So that's about a 1/4 cup of cream of mushroom soup also. So you want to mix that in there as well. Now you're going to add your salt and pepper to taste, just a dash of, because you don't need that much salt. You have plenty of salt in that soup. And just a little pepper. Okay, and then stir that up in your mix. So it'll be kind of juicy like this. But it already is ready to eat. I'm just getting hungry looking at it. It is so good. Okay, and I'll show you next. Now I'm going to take a stick of butter and melt it. Set your melted butter to the side and grab your casserole dish, and we're going to spray the bottom of it with cooking spray. So I'm going to just spray it a little bit at the bottom, and then you're going to dump your mixed squash into the baking dish. Okay. Let's get all those goodies out of there and put them in a dish. So next time you go ask to come somewhere and bring a dish, this is always a crowd pleaser. And a lot of times people eat it and they don't even know it's squash until you say, oh, that's squash. Oh, so it's so good. Okay, now what you're going to do now, you're going to put your herb seasoning stuffing, just crumble it over the top of it. Just spread it at the top of it like that. Make sure you, I would say this will be probably about a cup to a cup and a fourth. There's really no measurement. You're just covering the whole top of it with your herb stuff. Okay. And that's what it'll look like. After you put your stuffing on the top. And now what you do is just spread your butter over the top of the casserole. So you want to just take it and stir this up a little bit, and just take your butter and drizzle it over the top of the stuffing. And it is so good. Do like that. Okay, and then we're going to bake this in the oven for about 45 minutes at 350. So 45 minutes, after 45 minutes you just check it, because depending on the person's oven, you know. So after 45 minutes, just check it, and it should be brown and crispy on the top. And I've seen where some people put pecans on the top of it as well. So whatever you want to do, you can fancy it up in a different way if you like. But this is the squash casserole, and it is fantastic. So I'm going to put it in the oven for 45 minutes. Okay, I let it cook for about 55 minutes because I wanted mine to be crunchy on the top. So 45 to 55 minutes at a 350 degree oven, and this is what it looks like. And then you're going to let it rest until you're ready to serve, and it is so good. Let me see if I can get a little bit out of there without messing it up too bad. Okay, this is how it looks inside, and I'll put a little bit on there so you can see how it will look. I'm having this for dinner tomorrow, so I'm not going to let it sit the rest of the way. But this is how it looks. And it is so good. Let me taste it if it ain't too hot. Delicious. So this is your squash casserole. And if you like it, be sure to comment below and give me a thumbs up on it. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so you can get these delicious recipes automatically. And you won't have to, and they're free. You won't have to pay for these. It's free as long as you subscribe, and you'll get them. Now, I also have where you can join for a monthly fee, what I call the Pantry Lounge. And they have different emojis and different other little pricks, and little goodies for being members of the channel. But that is on a monthly fee. But subscribing to the channel is still free, so it will remain free. But if you want any extra benefits and all of that, then you join the Pantry Lounge. Okay? And also below, I'll leave a description of my cookbook, Family Story Cookbook. It'll be a link below for that. And all the ingredients that's put into this wonderful dish will be listed below as well. So, without further ado, I'll let you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Love, love.